Hello, this video is obviously about bullet journaling, so it's been everywhere on the web. It's been on my Instagram, my Tumblr, it's appeared on my Facebook, it's appeared on my Twitter, and last year I thought I would jump on the craze. So I figured it would be really helpful for my to-do lists, just general chit-chatting about bits and pieces, just for memories. So I've seen people doing really big spreads per like week or month or something. So I tried to notice the word try a lot in this video. I tried to do that. So I actually set up my year at a glance, personal goals, saving goal, writing goals. You will notice the writing goals is very blank. I've had no motivation for writing my book. I've flicked back and edited it every once in a while, but nothing ridiculously good. Books read, I was going to colour in each book I read and maybe write the title, but I'm going to do that at the end of the year and pretend I did that. Books that are being read on my to be read pile too long. It's blank because I didn't fill him. Other goals, keep this journal going. That failed very quickly. Cut down on milk products because I'm lactose intolerant. My friends will know that I am a sucker for ice cream. So if I'm going to be ill because I'm eating ice cream, there is no point me eating a couple spoonfuls of ice cream and then being ill. Go big or go home. Eat the whole tub and be ill, and enjoy the fact you ate the whole tub, instead of eating 2 spoonfuls and being ill. That is one of my main problems. I actually ate ice cream, like, hours and hours ago, so I've already had the reaction. Use my stylus more. Attempted to. Doodle more. Attempted. Try to keep things organised. Believe in myself more. Well, even at the beginning of the month, I knew this year was going to suck. Attempted what I would do on my blog each day, which did start going, and in the last couple of months, that's completely just post ideas, because sometimes I get really, really confused on what to post on my blog. I seem to be doing a sarcastic face a lot. That is not... Sometimes I'm sarcastic. I think that's just my general face at this point. So January, I started off with actually mapping out the month, my goals, wrap up for a month, doing a little sketch. I actually had a ticket in here for the show, but I've put that in my musical journal. Not journal. I just stick the ticket in so I can see which shows I've seen. Went to the Science Museum. Got nice little tickets. You know, February, yeah, pretty well. You know, pretty good. Getting pretty snazzy. Getting there. Yeah, look at this. What? Yeah. Notebook ideas, because who hasn't got like 30 notebooks lying around that they haven't used? Because seeing them is like an illusion of productivity, where you keep going to yourself, I will use that notebook for this. 3 years down the line and it's still there. That's me. I got some washi tape, which I didn't use very much because it annoyed me when it didn't line up, and I spent too long trying to cut it to get it even, so I just decided not to do it, would be best. And then you see mine. This is like the rest. I'm just going to flick through. I don't know what's in here. I don't remember. I'm sure nothing bad because I haven't written in it. June, I even stopped with a nice fancy pages. I don't know how people get the motivation to do weekly spreads. I filmed this video 3 times already, right? First time, the file corrupted. I think I must have ejected too quick. The second time, my battery died, so I've changed the battery. This time, this thing has fallen out on me every time, and I've had to bend down to pick it up because I can't stand things on the floor near my desk. This time I am prepared. Stickers 2, Kyle 1. When I went to Hyper Japan, so at least I can remember what I did, kinda. I tried with a nice little page again. This is generally... So, do people who do the spreads do a little bit at a time, or do they sit there and do the whole thing? I mean, look, some weeks I was getting on it. I started actually mapping out weeks, so you would have seen. And then it was just whenever I got into it. Schoolbox, by the way, which you know is I've gone for, they're art subscription thing. I think I may have already done a video of them. So art equipment are quite expensive. So these send you a box with paper, an artist piece, and loads of supplies and a sweet. And a little challenge, so I thought at least the challenges gives me a little bit of inspiration, and the equipment they send me might not be equipment I would normally buy myself, so it gets me to use different medias. This I actually wrote today, so I was having a clear out and I was meant to bullet point all the things, and then I realised I was actually writing in the journal instead of having a clear out, so I didn't write in the journal, and I didn't have a clear out because I was playing Let's Go Easy on Nintendo Switch. I think I'm just a failure in like being productive. I mean, apart from yesterday, I sat up till 2 AM actually queuing my blogs, which is probably the most productive I've been on there in months. So that was my failure of journaling this year, and I'm filming it now because I know December is not going to be any different. I've used 100 pages out of 248, so I didn't do very well at all. So I decided to do it all over again with 2019, because if I failed this year, at least I can give myself one more shot at actually attempting to do things, which I thought, and then I was doing my year at a glance, and that took me 2 days. I can't focus on one thing. I mean, I don't know how I do art commissions, because I do lose track and I see something else and my brain just links on it. I just can't focus on one thing. I've had to put a flashing unicorn next to the camera, so I look at the camera. This is how bad I'm getting. My brain just flashes. So I did saving goals, because I need to save a lot more this year. And it was actually neater. And I did a comparison video, I'll do it now, of how things have changed. Notice these nice little tags, by the way, off eBay, 99p. Very good. Quite handy. I feel like a school teacher in my bow tie, but I thought I should actually look kind of decent for one of my videos. Notice the word kinda. Right, saving goals this year, I actually managed to save more in my house fund, so it had to go over my title page, because I was not expected to actually save. So, in savings, I've got my transition fund, my house fund, my spare change pot, and my notes stash, which is where I just take some money out of my bank, stick it in this so I don't spend it. It's mainly for emergencies, if things can't go wrong, or, you know, I try not to dip into it. So, how do I save up for these? So, I actually have a small pot. I know, I've emptied it for change. Where every time I have some change, I throw it in this pot. And then, at the end of the month, I split it 5 ways now. So it was split just 3 ways. So that includes the pot it's already in. So that goes towards next month. My change stash, because you'll be surprised how quick change just all gets together. I am looking, because it's under my desk. My house fund, my transition fund, and I've started a box for games and books. So I don't go out and just buy books and then go, oh crud, I really needed that money. So I take the money out of there and I either spend it on video games or books on video games. So that's how I'm actually pretty good at saving. Like, saving is one thing I can do. If I can do saving like I can do journaling, I would be fine. but I cannot. So if you do a journal, let me know how you go. Do you do your spreads all in one go, or are you like me and you start off with good intentions and it just nosedives right onto the floor? And it's not grass, it's soft, it's concrete, and it's not hard concrete, which would make it easier. It's wet concrete, so you leave a bit and you end up with a dent, and the dent is always there for you to see, so you can remember the fact that time when you nosedived into the concrete and there's a nosebleed. Yeah. So, let me know how you go. Comment below. Yeah, let me know if you're as bad at journaling as me, or if you was as bad as journaling as me, and you've actually managed to find a way to do it better. Let me know. So just comment below. How do you do? What ideas do you do? Do you use it for a to-do list? Do you use it as a diary? Do you use it for just taking notes? Let me know below, and I will see you in my next video, which will hopefully be a month, because I'm trying to do it a little bit more regularly. Attempting to do. Until then, stay safe. I'll see you.